To me, the greatest things that I want to remember are often just these simple things. You know, you take a moment, you capture it in a painting, you become aware of really just how incredible things are that you are accustomed to. And of course, you can never really capture all that exactly as it appears, but I don't think that's really the point. The goal for me is to capture the way it feels. And I do that by trying to notice the simple nuances that lead somewhere much deeper. My name is Matt Tumlinson. I'm a painter. I grew up outside of Brownwood, Texas. I guess it depends on who you ask, but it's either a big town or a small city. So it's kind of right in the middle of a lot of things. I've been painting for so long in my life that it's just kind of part of me at this point, I think. I don't think there's ever a time where I wasn't painting or trying to find a way to put my thoughts onto paper or draw it out. The things that stand out to me are sort of these places and people that are so present in your life that you almost don't appreciate them while they're here. You don't even seem to notice them because they are such a big part of it. I mean, they're part of your story and the places that shaped you. And then, you know, you look back a few years later and suddenly they're gone or they're not around or you don't remember them the same way. And it's a way to train yourself to seeing things that are just inherently fleeting and appreciate them while they're still in front of you. So when you paint a sunset, the light changes so fast, you have to make sure that you notice these really small things. You have to notice how fast the color changes. You notice it isn't so much the brightness of a color, but it's more the colors around it that make it seem bright. And so I think if you can focus on, you know, the small details of that, it's not important whether or not you paint it correctly, but you just got every ounce of what makes that thing good out of it. I think the feeling of that is what translates to people. They may not know the exact people or the exact circumstance or the exact place, but I think if you understand the feeling and you're trying to capture the feeling, I think that's what people resonate with. A very interesting and a rich part of our culture is the dancing, you know? And so whenever you go into a dance hall, there's just certain parts of it that just, to me anyways, feel like home, and there's certain set pieces that you feel like just a quintessential experience growing up. Especially as you get older, you start to appreciate people that have been dancing for a long time. It's another one of those things that's, you can't fake it, and it's a real window into a part of the world and tells you a lot about a place and a people, I think. Was looking for just a couple that reminded me of just kind of a ubiquitous Texas dance hall couple that dance, and everybody I could think of was no longer around. You know, I thought of my grandparents and several other people, and it was kind of hard to find anybody that I thought was sort of a staple of Texas dance halls. And found Bill and Betty at Flores Dance Hall, and I saw this older couple dancing, and they reminded me of so many people that, you know, I felt like I'd already known them. They reminded me of my grandparents and a lot of other folks that I knew, and had just a quality to them that I felt was pretty universal.
Betty Wise.
Bill Wise.
What else?
1, 2, 3.
We're giving a little bit of history of our lives.
When did y'all first meet? Can you tell that story a little bit?
My sister took me to a dance, a Halloween dance, and I met him, and he's been, every day was at my doorstep. That's true, isn't it true?
56 we got married.
We got married in 56, December 29th. 67 years, would you believe?
So they tell me they wish that they
1968, we started having a family, and we have 6 boys, and the first were twins. And so we were taking care of babies for quite a while, and then his sister and husband came down, and they said, we want to go country western dancing. So we took them to Randy's Rodeo, and we used to go to a Texas Star Inn every Friday night out on Bandera Road. Then we started coming here from then on out, and we just danced through life. A lady ran up to us. She said, I'm so happy to see you. We'd love to watch you dance.
A cowboy's life is full of sorrow and strife. It's cut with a rusty knife.
I taught him everything he knew about dancing.
There you go. See, if I don't mind her, she kicks me out. See? No, I just...
No, he can dance. I made him how to dance, but I've always liked to dance.
And how did I meet you?
At a dance,
Oh, that's right. You were at the dance, and I was there on the other side of the room.
And he came up and asked me to dance, and this friend that was with my students said, oh, he's a good catch. Well, I wasn't even looking for a catch. I was just there with my older sisters. We've been very blessed, I will say that. We've had a wonderful life, wonderful children. They have done so much for us. They're all very caring, very good boys. They really and truly, I don't know, they're made up of good things. I don't know what I did right to deserve it.
She's a good woman.
We're not as young as we used to be, but we're having fun. And we're keep it on, dancing every chance we get.
It's growing, and my heart is blowing.
Probably the best thing you could do for your work is just be honest with your experiences, and I think it translates to the artwork. And by looking for these everyday things that have a much bigger importance, I think you train yourself to notice the things that we do have today. And you start to live in a world where you recognize all these little things that let you know that you're living in the good old days, and you take every day for every bit of what it's worth. And there's beauty everywhere. It's in all these little details. To me, the art is a way of trying to explain why cows hanging out under a shade tree is special. It's because of all the beautiful little things that it reminds me of when I look at that scene. And I can't explain with words what like a deep, timeless love is. But for me, if you've ever watched 2 lifelong dance partners shuffle across an old dance hall floor, I think you have a pretty good idea of what timeless love looks like.
But now there's nothing but tumbleweeds growing, and my heart is blowing.